Hailey Van Lith, TCU star. I think the 11th pick in the WNBA draft. She got drafted by the Chicago Sky. She used to be teammates with Angel Reese, who is the star. I wouldn't call her the best player on the Chicago Sky. She's the star of the Chicago Sky. People are gossiping that Van Lith wants nothing to do with playing with Angel Reese again. He transferred after 1 year at LSU. And
did Hailey Van Lith just make the worst first impression in WNBA draft history? After being selected 11th overall by the Chicago Sky, her reaction to rejoining former LSU teammate Angel Reese was about as enthusiastic as someone watching Reese make a layup.
My goodness, the young lady out of TCU has been reunited with Angel Reese. Now, you may be like, well, what's the big deal there? Because she already got the hell away from her once. She escaped her once.
Hailey Van Lith's draft night. It should have been a celebration, a fresh start. But her reaction, that slightly awkward smile, the hesitant answers, was it just rookie jitters, or was something else brewing beneath the surface? Because when you dig into Van Lith's recent journey, a concerning picture starts to emerge, one filled with statistical mysteries, questionable team dynamics, and a rivalry that just exploded onto the professional scene.
With the 11th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Hailey Van Lith, Texas Christian University.
Instead of the customary excitement, tears of joy, or triumphant smiles we saw from other draftees, Van Lith's expression registered what many fans immediately described as pure horror. That single moment, her face in what appeared to be genuine dread during an interview, instantly became the talking point of the entire draft.
Let's rewind to LSU, a team stacked with talent, hyped for championships. For Van Lith, it should have been another step up. Instead, something went drastically wrong. Her scoring, it plummeted. We're talking a nosedive of over 40% from nearly 20 points a game at Louisville to just over 11 at LSU. What happened? Game tape reveals a troubling pattern. Van Lith, often parked in the corner, seemingly invisible to the offense. She became a spectator in games she was supposed to dominate.
Okay, the facial expression did look a little, I guess, uneasy.
Social media exploded within minutes. A post showing Van Lith's reaction with the caption, "Hailey Van Lith smiling through the pain of returning to toxic hell," racked up over 6 million views, striking a chord with fans who immediately understood the subtext. After all, this wasn't just any team selection. This was a forced reunion with Angel Reese, a former teammate with whom Van Lith appeared to have a complicated history.
Okay, good energy with Courtney Vandersloot. You can learn from her. You're paired back with Angel Reese. There's some good energy you can walk into in Chicago, right?
Oh, I love that energy. We're ready.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enter Angel Reese, a force of nature, no doubt. But at LSU, the offense appeared to orbit around her. Possessions, shots, rebounds. Reese vacuumed them up. While Reese recently voiced complaints about being underpaid, earning a mere $70,000, not mentioning the millions more in endorsements, questions linger about the offensive structure itself. It wasn't just bad luck for Van Lith. It looked systematic. Analysts pointed out her diminishing role, the visible frustration, open shots ignored, contributions minimized. It felt intentional.
oh, I love that energy. You know, she had a chance to drop. Great, Angel and I are familiar with each other from LSU. This is gonna be awesome. Just easy, natural comments to make. It's my understanding that every one of those teammates at LSU hated playing with Angel Reese.
What made the moment even more uncomfortable was the sharp contrast with Reese's apparent enthusiasm. While Van Lith seemed to be dreading the reunion, Reese took to social media with the message, "We ain't do it right the first time. Let's run it back." A statement that read either as blissfully unaware or purposefully provocative, depending on your interpretation.
You always have to deal with locker room issues. That's just part of coaching. In 40 years, I can never think of a time where I didn't have to deal with issues. That's what coaches do. Sometimes y'all know about them and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you want to know more than you're entitled to know. I'm going to protect my players, always. They are more important. It's like a family, Scott. Let me ask you this. If you do some discipline of your own children, do you think we're entitled to know that?
Look at this face. Look at this face. God bless her. I mean, the pain and anguish.
Disturbingly, this LSU setup echoed whispers from the Chicago Sky last season. Remember Teresa Weatherspoon? She reportedly lost her coaching job partly because the offense was too focused on maintaining Reese's double-double streak. League sources hinted at a locker room divided, a culture catering to a select few. Think about that play where, down by 22 points, the opposing team has a bench player guarded by a starter, just so someone could chase a rebound for a stat. This wasn't about winning. It was about something else.
That's not, I'm about to lose it and I'm happy to be drafted and all. No, let's not even go down that road. And I think we all know better.
Does not look like a girl that was excited to be selected where she was selected. And Jason, I think if I'm reading in between the lines, these two did not enjoy playing with each other the first time. So I don't know why either one of them would be excited to run it back. I think could there maybe, Jason, do I detect some potential jealousy maybe here between Angel Reese, who wants to be the central figure in every story that she's a part of, including the little feud, the beef between with her and Caitlyn Clark?
I think Haley would be reluctant to re-engage with a narcissist who was on a WNBA team last year that instead of trying to win games and compete, you would see them at the end of games, hey, Angel needs to score 4 more points and it'll take her about 7 to 8 to 10 shots to get there. And so they would shut down everything they do and feed the ball to Angel Reese at the end of the game so she could keep her double-double streak alive.
For Van Lith, this shift was devastating. A player who thrived as the primary scorer, suddenly relegated to a supporting role that strangled her strengths. Her shooting percentages tanked. Her confidence seemed to wither. The dynamic playmaker from Louisville, almost unrecognizable. As one analyst bluntly put it, Haley had her worst season playing with Ree, and it wasn't even close. Van Lith smiled through it, but returning to a potentially similar situation in Chicago, that's a tough pill to swallow.
It's over. HVL is feeling sick. I feel terrible for her, I do. The year before at Louisville, almost 20 a game. What does that tell you about her hell that she's got coming? She got away once. She can't escape.
Only making $70,000 to jack up brick layups and airball layups somehow in games that no one wants to watch. Oh, poor me, I'm only making $70,000, not mentioning the additional couple probably million.
And then came draft night. A seemingly harmless question. Start, bench, cut Diana Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu, and Caitlyn Clark. Van Lith's answer: start Diana Taurasi, bench Sabrina Ionescu, and cut Caitlyn. Cut Caitlyn. Those 2 words detonated online. Suddenly, the draft buzz wasn't about her potential, but about this perceived slight against the league's biggest rising star. Fans erupted. Body language analysis turned into full-blown criticism. An unproven rookie instantly making enemies.
In sponsorship and additional revenues allotted to her from playing in these games, that she's underpaid. You see this, obviously. She's
According to league sources, Weatherspoon had lost the locker room because of a culture that catered to the needs of a few players. Dear Lord.
This is the very definition of stat padding. You're down by 22 points, and you've got the Fever's bench player, bench player, bench player, bench player, bench player, playing against bench player, bench player, bench player, bench player starter just so that she can get her double-double.
The most for a rookie in a single season. She's going for it. Dribbling off the dribble. Spins. It is good. 20.
What made it even more shocking? Other draftees faced the same question. Most tactfully dodged it or made sure not to cut Clark. They understood the unspoken rules, the unnecessary drama. But Van Lith went there, and to understand why it hit so hard, you need the backstory. This isn't just a random rookie taking a jab. This is personal. Clark and Van Lith have clashed in consecutive NCAA tournaments. Both times, Clark's Iowa team eliminated Van Lith's, and not by close margins, by domination. In 2023, Clark dropped an insane 41 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists against Van Lith's Louisville team, including a step-back 3 right in her face. 2024, another 41-point clinic from Clark against LSU, often with Van Lith defending.
Jesus. Haley had her worst season playing with Reese, and it wasn't even close. I just showed you the numbers. Hailey Van Lith, smiling through the pain of returning to toxic hell. There's your boy right there. Gotta watch Hailey Van Lith stand at the three-point line wide open while that girl is chasing the new rebounds record. That's exactly what's about to happen. I feel terrible for her, I do. She cut the cancer out and it came right back.
Start bench cut, Diana Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu, and Caitlyn Clark.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. You're gonna get me in trouble and I'm only a rookie.
This seems wrong.
You're not gonna catch me because they are all great and I'm not gonna answer that question. They are all amazing.
Give flowers to the legend. We're gonna start Diana Taurasi. I'm going to bench Sabrina and cut Caitlyn.
Yikes. Right off the bat, she's feeling the fire from Caitlyn Clark fans. Now, she's already felt some fire from Caitlyn Clark in the past. To be honest with you, during some LSU Iowa games.
So, Cut Caitlyn feels less like a game answer and more like an attempt to reclaim some pride after repeated defeats on college basketball's biggest stage. But that fleeting satisfaction has ignited a pressure cooker for Van Lith's rookie year. Analysts are calling it a rookie insulting the CEO on day one. Clark already had every advantage: talent, popularity, success. Now she has bulletin board material. That May 17th game between Chicago and Indiana, it's no longer just a regular season matchup, it's must-watch television. Every possession, every basket Clark scores against Van Lith will be dissected, clipped, memed. The pressure is all on Van Lith.
Hailey Van Lith, you are very lucky you are going to be sitting on the bench for the Chicago Sky this year, because Caitlyn Clark is going to probably do unspeakable things to your team the first time he's played this season. But Hailey Van Lith, oh, you gave a bad answer.
I don't want to play. They're all starting. I'll sit on the bench.
I'm going to start Caitlyn. I'm going to start Caitlyn. I'm going to bench Sabrina. And I'm going to cut Diana. Even though that's the GOAT, I still got to do what I got to do. And yeah.
I would start Diana Taurasi. I would bench Caitlyn Clark, and I would cut Sav. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start DT, bench Caitlyn, and I'm gonna bench Sabrina. I'm not cutting anybody.
Start Diana, bench Caitlyn, and cut Sabrina. Sorry.
And I can cut Diana Taurasi since she's retired, and then I'm gonna start Caitlyn Clark and bench Sabrina.
Can I start all of them? All right, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start all of them.
Look at Caitlyn Clark. That's really good. That's really good. I mean, the look of pain on her face. Jesus again. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's clear to start Clark. Shake my head. HVL's such a hater. It's going to be bad.
Oh, you gave a bad answer. Especially consider the fact you're playing the Fever game 1. And I hope Caitlyn Clark, this is a person who has played the last 2 times she played Caitlyn Clark, I'm not joking when I say this. Caitlyn Clark put 40 on her team's head. Put 40 on her head directly once. What Caitlyn Clark, if you ever set foot on the floor to guard Caitlyn Clark, you better be pissed that your team drafted Sivka instead of Sanaya Rivers to guard Caitlyn Clark. Because what Caitlyn Clark is going to do to your team on May the 16th or 17th, whenever the game is going to violate the Geneva Convention. Hailey, you don't want to give her more motivation. We saw what she did against Diana Taurasi. We saw what she did to the Mercury.
For a rookie trying to find her footing, it's hard to imagine a more challenging start. She's coming off a statistical freefall, potentially stepping into a system mirroring past issues, and she's poked the bear that is Caitlyn Clark. Will Van Lith rise above these challenges, or is she walking back into the fire, risking further derailment of a once promising career? The basketball world is watching, waiting to see if history will repeat itself.